In this video, I'll walk you through how to use the T189 Pen Camera. The instructions that came with it seems like it was translated from Chinese using very poor AI translation. Something like a web translation service, and it was obviously not proofread. Even if you could get past the poor grammar and figure out what it's trying to say, it keeps referring to a yellow light, but there is no yellow light on the device. There's only a red and blue light. Here is a graphical flow of how the device works. So you can screenshot this for reference if you need to. It's a lot simpler to look at it visually and understand the flow of things rather than trying to read words because it is a light flashing based system. There's only one main button on this device to click. The top button that looks like a pen clicker. The other two small buttons on the back are F and R. The F, you can remember it as a photograph or format. I know photograph is spelled with PH, but we're just using this as an easy way to remember things. The R is to do a reboot in case the device crashes and no longer responds. We can talk about these buttons later on. For right now, we're going to focus on the main clicker on top. The main thing to remember is that every function, once the device is turned on, needs to be initiated from the standby mode, which is a solid blue light. If you're ever confused about what mode the pen camera is on, just go back to standby mode to start over because there's no way of knowing what it's really doing at the moment. So to turn on the device, just hold the clicker until the blue light comes on. Let go once it comes on and it will flash once and stay solid if everything booted fine. That means there's a sufficient battery charge and the SD card is present and formatted correctly. Now once you get the solid blue, this is standby mode. Now you can tell it what to do based on the clicks. A quick single click will get you 720p video recording mode. It will flash the blue light 3 times. You can try to remember this as 720 as 3 digits and you get 3 blue light flashes. It will flash 3 times and then go blank. It's recording at the moment. You can exit the recording mode by short clicking the top button and it will go back to the solid blue light indicating standby mode. To record in 1080p mode, once you're in standby mode, press the clicker and hold it there until the red lights start flashing. Let go once you see the red light start flashing. It will flash 4 times for 1080p recording mode. Notice 1080 is 4 digits, so you can remember it that way. Again, just like the other recording mode, to exit, do a quick short click on the top button and it will go back to a solid blue light for standby mode. To shut down the device, you must get into standby mode or be in standby mode. Once you're in standby mode, press and hold the top clicker button until the red lights start flashing. If you were to let go right now, it will just initiate the 1080p video recording mode as described before. But if you keep holding it down, it will finish flashing the red light 4 times and continue to flash both red and blue lights 4 more times. This indicates that it has shut down the device properly. Now let's talk about the other 2 buttons. Again, from standby mode, you can do a short quick press of the F button to take a photo. The red light will flash once if successful. If you press it any longer than a short quick press, nothing will happen unless you keep holding it down for 3 seconds or more and it will initiate the memory card format. So unless you want to format your memory card, only do quick single presses of the F button. If you were to initiate the format sequence, it will flash the red and blue lights 4 times, which is the same as the shutdown mode, but you started it with the F button instead of the top clicker. The R button simply resets the device to an off state if something were to happen and nothing is responding. The thing to keep in mind is that since you have no way of telling for sure what state the device is in, do a quick click of the top button and see if it goes into standby mode. If no lights flash or nothing changes, that means it's not on. Hold the clicker 1 second until the blue light goes solid and flashes once to indicate a successful boot up in standby mode. Then you can go and select which mode you want it to go into. Now let's talk about this timestamp function. The good thing about this device is that it can be connected directly to your computer desktop and it will show up as a removable drive. So you won't need to remove the memory card and use it in a reader. Connected to your computer and from File Explorer, you will be able to see the file timerest.txt in the root directory. Simply edit this with the Notepad app. It has a single line with a set of numbers and a letter after a space. This first set of numbers is the date and time, and the letter after it indicates whether or not to place the timestamp inside the video. Put in the current date and time and your timestamp choice of Y or N. The format is years, month, day, hours, minutes, and seconds. So 202301021300 space Y will result in the year 2023, January 30th at 9:30 p.m. and 0 seconds for the current time. The device will reference this info and calculate the actual current time of the recording. The Y after that indicates that you want a timestamp. If you put an N instead of the Y, there will be no timestamp in your videos. So how does this pen camera perform? Well, first of all, the battery life is pretty bad. Given the size of the device, it's kind of understandable, but I gave it a full 6-hour charge and I left it recording in 720p mode. It got about an hour's worth of video before it shut itself off. So this is definitely not going to last you for longer sessions. It's good for capturing transactions or turning it on when the situation needs it, but it's not good for logging a day's work or keeping track of a long time period.